A 2008 study of 1,862 men found that a 4-inch increase in waist circumference raised the odds of having low by 75%. For comparison, 10 years of aging raised the odds by only 36%. That means your waistline may be a stronger predictor of testosterone decline than your birth certificate. Today, we're going to explain exactly why, through a biological feedback loop involving a converter enzyme called, and what the evidence says you can do about it. If you've been gaining weight around your midsection despite no major changes in your diet, you're not alone. Roughly 40% of US, so men over 40 meet the clinical definition of abdominal obesity, a waist circumference above 40 inches, and many of those men also report symptoms like persistent fatigue, reduced libido, and difficulty maintaining muscle mass. The instinct is to blame willpower, but research suggests something more mechanistic is happening. Visceral fat, the deep fat that wraps around your internal organs, doesn't just sit there storing energy. It functions as metabolically active tissue that produces hormones, inflammatory molecules, and enzymes. One of the most consequential of those enzymes is aromatase. This isn't about shame or discipline. It's about understanding a biological loop that, once activated, makes it progressively harder for your body to maintain adequate testosterone levels. Here's how the loop works at a cellular level. Aromatase is a converter enzyme that transforms androgens into estrogens. It is active in many tissues, but visceral fat is one of the most active sites. The more visceral fat you accumulate, the more aromatase your body produces. When aromatase encounters circulating testosterone, it converts it to EPH equals estradiol greater than estradiol, the primary form of estrogen. This is a normal physiological process. Men need estrogen for bone health, brain function, and protection. The problem arises when the rate of conversion becomes disproportionate, when excess visceral fat drives aromatase activity so high that testosterone is depleted faster than the body can produce it. Here's where the feedback loop closes. Elevated estrogen, in the context of low testosterone, signals thee to reduce. The brain signal that triggers testosterone production. This suppresses the hormone that tells your testes to produce testosterone from the pituitary, which in turn reduces the signal for the testes to make more. This is what endocrinologists call, which means the brain perceives enough sex hormones and dials down production, even though the testosterone level is actually low. Meanwhile, the hormonal environment favoring estrogen over testosterone promotes further visceral fat deposition. More fat means more aromatase. More aromatase means more testosterone to estrogen conversion. The loop reinforces itself. Importantly, this is not about estrogen being bad. A landmark 2013 study in the New England Journal of Medicine showed that estrogen deficiency, not just testosterone deficiency, drives fat accumulation in men. Both hormones matter. The issue is the ratio and the rate of conversion. Now, what can break this loop? Let's separate what's strongly supported from what's preliminary. Strongly supported, sustained fat loss. A 2013 meta-analysis found that weight loss in obese men is consistently associated with increases in both total and free testosterone. Each kilogram lost produces a measurable improvement. A 2024 study confirmed this. For each kilogram of weight lost, total testosterone increased by 0.6% over 3 years. The most effective approach combines a moderate caloric deficit with resistance training. Resistance exercise specifically reduces visceral fat, the tissue driving aromatase overproduction, while preserving lean mass, which is itself metabolically protective. A 2021 systematic review, it confirmed that resistance training reduces body fat percentage, total body fat, and visceral fat in healthy adults. What about aromatase inhibitors? A 2020 pilot trial at Baylor College of Medicine randomized 23 severely obese men with clinically low testosterone to either weight loss plus the pharmaceutical aromatase inhibitor, or weight loss plus placebo. After 6 months, the aromatase inhibitor group had significantly higher testosterone and lower estrogen. However, and this is the part most health channels don't mention, there was no difference in symptoms or muscle strength between the two groups. Weight loss alone improved those outcomes just as well. This is a critical finding. Improving the number on a lab test is not the same as improving how you feel. Weight loss was the active ingredient for symptom relief, not the aromatase inhibitor. Preliminary DIM and zinc. DIM, a compound derived from cruciferous vegetables, has been shown to modulate estrogen metabolism in small studies. Primarily in women, it shifts the ratio of estrogen metabolites, but it has not been validated as a clinically effective aromatase inhibitor in men through randomized controlled trials. Zinc deficiency does alter steroid metabolism and aromatase activity in animal models. Correcting a zinc deficiency may support normal testosterone levels, but supplementing zinc above adequate intake has not been shown to suppress aromatase in clinical trials. These are reasonable dietary components, but they are not replacements for fat loss. Based on the evidence we've reviewed, here is what the research supports. Step 1. Reduce visceral fat through a sustained moderate caloric deficit. This doesn't require extreme dieting. A reduction of 500 to 750 calories per day, maintained over months, produces the kind of gradual weight loss, 1 to 2 pounds per week. That reliably raises testosterone. If overnight time restricted eating, finishing your last meal by 7 or 8 p.m. and not eating again until morning helps you achieve that deficit consistently. It's a reasonable structure. But the mechanism is the caloric deficit and fat loss, not a direct effect on aromatase gene expression. Step 2. Prioritize resistance training at least. T-level equals, quote, moderate, quote, greater than 3 times per week. Compound movements, squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, recruit large muscle groups and are most effective at reducing visceral fat while building lean tissue. This simultaneously attacks both sides of the loop, reducing aromatase-producing fat and increasing testosterone-supporting muscle. Step 3. Eat an adequate diet that includes cruciferous vegetables, adequate protein, at least 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight, and sufficient zinc from whole food sources. Oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and legumes are zinc-rich. Broccoli, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts provide the precursors to DIM. These foods support overall metabolic health, even if their specific aromatase inhibiting effects in men remain unproven at supplement doses. Step 4. If symptoms persist after 3 to 6 months of consistent lifestyle intervention, get a proper hormone panel. This means morning total testosterone on 2 separate draws, free, each testosterone, estrogen levels, the hormone that tells your testes to produce testosterone, the hormone that supports sperm production, that binding protein, SHBG, prolactin, and a complete metabolic panel. Don't guess, test. This loop took years to build. Breaking it takes months, not days. Expect measurable improvements in body composition and symptoms over 12 to 24 weeks of consistent effort. Every study we reference today is linked in the description. You can verify all of it. Cheat yourself. If this explains something you've been feeling but couldn't name, share it with someone who might recognize the pattern. And subscribe. We cover men's health topics with the evidence most channels skip. This content is educational and does not constitute medical advice. Visceral obesity and low testosterone require individualized evaluation. If you suspect hormonal imbalance, consult a qualified physician before making changes to your diet, exercise, or supplementation. In the next video, we'll look at how your gut microbiome may be influencing your testosterone levels and why a probiotic alone won't fix it.